Wargaming's 14th anniversary is not only getting you some new tanks, which you can buy, and also some which you can get for free. There are also other goodies coming around. But one of the main stars of this 14th anniversary, by the way, happy birthday, is the Udes 03 Alt 3, or short Udes 03, which has been in the game for ages and is now finally being sold as a tier 9 Swedish medium premium tank. And in short, the tank feels very much in line to the CHAR FUTUR 4 with some differences. It feels fairly unique, but I can already assure you it's definitely not going to be a must-have. It has a 3-shot autoloader compared to the 4-shot of the CHAR FUTUR 4. It only has 360 alpha compared to the 390 of the CHAR FUTUR 4. And it only has 3 rounds with 3 seconds in the clip compared to the 4 rounds with 4 seconds of the CHAR FUTUR 4. With having the same DPM. Which arguably is not a really good argument to buying the tank. And with that quick and dirty conclusion of the tank, I'd say thanks to the people which already watched. And now, if you want to know deeper why I think the tank is like it is, let's continue with the gun where we stopped, which is obviously the main selling or not selling point of this vehicle. The Udes 03 has a 105mm gun, which would theoretically mean you should have 390 alpha. But Wargaming decided to give it not 390, 360 alpha, which is a little bit odd, but then again it gives it the exact same DPM of the CHAR FUTUR 4, which arguably also kind of makes it interesting because, again, you get the same DPM with a different gun platform and a slightly different gimmick, which is also it has a wobble mechanic, but we get to that a little bit later. The thing is, with the DPM being fairly poor and the alpha being fairly meh, you only are looking at 1,800 damage in 6 seconds. Which is, it's okay, but it's also not really, how do we say, good. The main thing is though, with a decent chunk of equipment and consumables, etc., you can push down the reload to around 28 to 27 seconds. And it doesn't feel as long as you might expect, knowing with how bad the DPM on paper actually is. The main issue is more the combination of not horrible gun accuracy and gun handling. The gun handling on the move actually is by far better than what the CHAR FUTUR 4 has to offer, and the aim time is only tiny bit worse, and the accuracy is even a little bit better. But still, the main issue is the accuracy should be a tad more to be reliable with the 3 shots over distance, because it is a sniper vehicle. Finito. That's it. It is a sniper. You can't play this thing aggressively. You don't have the HP, you don't have the armor. Yes, the CHAR FUTUR 4 also doesn't have the armor, but it has the HP quite, kind of. And it has theoretically burst potential of 1560. Not 1080. And this makes the Udes 03 Alt 3 fairly special. Again, it feels fairly comparable to the CHAR FUTUR 4, but the main thing is, and I hear a lot of people saying this, well, you know, the CHAR FUTUR 4, it doesn't really have the most accurate gun, so it is expected that you miss 1 out of 3 shots in your clip. That still means you have 3 rounds ready to be used, which is around 1,170 damage. With the Udes, if you miss 1 round, you shrink your burst to just 720. Which is rough. Because, let's be honest, then you can already play the Barask. Yes, it is more inaccurate, don't get me wrong, but it's tier 8, it is overpowered, it is insanely strong, and it has much better DPM if you just look at 2 rounds per clip hitting. Yeah. And the other thing is, and which is fairly weird, the Udes 03 has APCR as a standard round with 252 pen, which is okay, but it could be better. And APCR in the premium round with 284 pen and a bit better pen shell velocity. On paper, 1200 and 1400 meters per second respectively are decent, but I don't know. When I've played it in the game, it felt just like it might have it on paper while it goes out of the gun, but like 100 meters later, it's like down to like what 500 or something. It felt still not like a laser pointer you would expect. And I had my fair share of instances where I was like, how the hell did I miss that? Which is a little bit annoying. And the other conundrum is, the CHAR FUTUR 4 has 12 penetration more base on the rounds. It also has heat as premium with 330mm of penetration. You can now argue that heat is worse in some situations than people which are playing the CF4 with no heat whatsoever and free marked it nevertheless. The main thing is, it's still a decent option. Arguably with the CF4 it's harder to achieve because you have a longer reload of the clip, not 30 seconds but like 45. But then again, it is also a little bit harder to say that, hey, it's still 330 pen, which is really, really good. When it has 330 pen, it's almost 70 pen more than what the Udes has. 70? Or did I... No, not 70. 15 pen more. My brain today is a little bit iffy. But again, 50 pen more, that's still quite a lot. And the other point is, yes, the Udes is a premium. And now we have to just be realistic. Okay, it's a premium and you want to achieve decent results in it. What do? Hey, it's a premium. I don't get screwed over when I'm playing premium rounds only. I might make less money, but whatever. GG, Wargaming just achieved a new premium tank where it is indifferent if you shoot premium or non-premium rounds. AK, you should always use premium rounds because you don't have any negatives. Except for making less money. Wow, great balancing. Might be historical, but I do not want to open this can of worms, otherwise this video is going to be 20 minutes long. It's already 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Having talked about the gun extensively, we don't talk about HEs. The mobility is the second gripe I have. 55 kph top speed with not really good terrain resistance and not really good HP per ton ratio makes it basically a must to use a turbo on it. And it also has the wobble mechanic. While it has 7 degrees depression and 15 degrees of elevation, it can get an additional 6 with the wobble mechanic. However, it engages at 10 kph and it disengages at 19. Theoretically, on paper, it is enough if you drive in reverse that nothing happens. But it looks like with the turbocharger, it is not scaling. At least that was from my experience while I was playing it. And that is annoying. Because it means if you're using a turbocharger, you're kind of getting screwed over if you're relying on the wobble mechanic. The good thing is you don't really have to rely on it. The thing is, when I've used the tank, I didn't really thought about it having a wobble mechanic. So I guess that's a good thing. You know, with the texture Udes, tier 9 and tier 10, you kind of want to abuse the wobble mechanic so people don't hit your front of the hull. Because it has good turret armor, or decent turret armor, so it can play in the front. With the Udes, you have to play as a sniper regardless, so it's not a big deal. In any case, the mobility just doesn't cut it. That's it. And yes, I said with the Vickers 55 is okay, but the Vickers has 4 HP per ton more, it has massively better terrain resistances, and it's really fast in reverse. So what gives, you know? This is the difference when you have bad HP per ton ratio or worse HP per ton ratio and worse soft stats. You simply cannot achieve the top speed you are looking forward to. So that's about this. We can really quickly look at the armor, but that's with the CHAR FUTUR 4 as a comparison. There's no real point in saying it. Look, 50mm, 50mm, 35, 35. Anything which has a 120mm gun and shoots AP has auto pen on you. So, wow, yippee. And the fun thing is, if people even bounce on here, they will usually bounce into your turret and will pen you regardless. Combined with only 1600 hit points, which is 150 less than what the CHAR FUTUR 4 has, it's no bueno. Simple as is. And you get penned by artillery and get penned by HE spammers, if they are choosing so. And if you see an FV, good luck to you, sir, if he spots you. Now, wrapping it up, there is one more thing we can talk about, and that is the view range as well as the camo. The view range is actually pretty decent, and so is the camo. The camo is actually a decent chunk better than what the CHAR FUTUR 4 has to offer. Well, not decent chunk, 1%. But it's decent. It's decent. It's 1%. It's not bad for a medium tank. That means you could theoretically go for the quickie baby strat and have like a second equipment where you use CVS, vents, and optics to use it as a secondary scout on spot maps like Proco or Mali. But then again, if you get spotted, you don't have armor, so you die. You're not fast, so you die. You're not fast in reverse, so you die. So it's a pretty big gamble. If you get spotted, you have to have an escape plan in advance. Otherwise, it is over. As a crew trainer, it's good. Same crew layout as the other Swedish medium. But as you can see now, the tank, we don't know how expensive it will be. Thanks for gaming. At least we get the tank for free and advance to make videos on it, maybe. But we don't know how expensive it will be. But I can already say you now, look, it's not a must-have vehicle. It is more unique than most other premiums we recently had, and it's definitely not a trash can like the CS52C. What the hell was it? But it is not a must-have, and like, what am I supposed to say else about this tank? It feels a little bit like a CHAR FUTUR 4, but I personally appreciate the CHAR FUTUR 4 more, thanks to its higher alpha and thanks to its better burst. It also means you have more time to think about relocating, because if you do this, you can't really do that. Already 27 seconds later, you're already reloaded, and you kind of need to use your DPM, because there isn't any. So you have to get shooting constantly. As soon as you're up with your DPM, it has to go. Coupled with the lesser alpha, is a little bit meh. I could already say, like, for 40 or 50 euros or dollars, the question raises, there are better options. There are generally better options. And judging by what we are seeing currently in the super tests, there might be some interesting options coming to the loot boxes in winter. So you might just save the money for later. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Rambling Raptor, and I see you around. Cheers and good luck on the battlefield.